Hello. Before we start today's episode, if you would like a condensed version of what I'm talking about in this podcast, go ahead and subscribe to The Perfectionist Guide. You can read the entire thing in 3 minutes or less. To access this, go to CourtneyLoveGavin.com/newsletter. Are you a bit of a perfectionist, type A, hyper performer? Then you know that having the audacity to see an ideal and bring it into reality while breaking generational habits of hustle can be tough, but it doesn't have to be. If you are ready to burn bright instead of burning out, to lead without losing yourself, and to enjoy the life you have worked so hard to create, then keep listening. I'm your host, America's leader on rewiring perfectionism, CLG, and this is Perfectionism Rewired, the podcast. Welcome to Perfectionism Rewired. You're going to want to take notes on today's topic. I'm taking you shopping to my favorite store, the Belief Store, and we are going on a shopping spree. And guess what? Budget, affordable, cheap, and bargain are all banned. We don't use those words. Same with reasonable, pricey, discounting. Like instead of expensive, I want you to think in expansive. Okay, darling. And the reason why we're doing this is because I think it's close to 85% of all lottery winners within 5 years, their level of wealth or lack thereof is at the exact same level it was prior to winning the lottery. All of us have an energetic set point or a belief temperature inside of us. And if we don't actually change the way that we feel and what we actually believe, our mind and subconscious mind in particular is so strong that it will create the reality of what we think. It will have our reality in the real world reflect that. That is why it is so important that we change the actual beliefs that we're wearing so that we can be equipped to live the lives that we dream of. What I find with anyone who is not getting the results that they want in their life, or you're quote unquote getting in your own way all the time, it's because of the beliefs that you are wearing. Yes, we are all wearing beliefs right now. But the thing is we've been wearing these beliefs for so long, you haven't even realized that you outgrew them. Like we picked up these beliefs when we were babies in childhood, maybe in adolescence, and then we never changed them. Like imagine if you were still wearing the same pair of shoes you wore when you were 2. It's like, oh my God, how uncomfortable is that? Like they don't fit. Like, guess what? Shoes aren't just supposed to go on your big toe. They're supposed to envelop your entire foot. Or like that crop top is actually meant to be a maxi dress. You've just been wearing the same one since you were 4. We think that these like new beliefs that we want to believe about ourselves, like it's just going to snap into place. Like, oh my goodness, look, I suddenly believe, right? There was this Barbie CD-ROM game I used to play, and it was like, I just pressed this magic button, and all of a sudden Barbie's hair and makeup was done. Let's not slow ourselves down thinking these beliefs are just going to magically come to us, just like when we blow out the candles. That is not how we make shit happen. We don't just wish it. We go out there and we make it happen. We actively take off the sweatpants that we've been wearing since we were 5, and we put on some hot leather skinnies. Believing in yourself is not a happy accident. It is a purposeful event that you can do daily, and you want to be willing to work at it. Because here's the thing, when you feel terrible, you act terribly. I don't want you to feel terrible. I don't want you to be wearing beliefs that are extremely unflattering and also just are utterly unuseful. I use the example with my private coaching clients. You don't want to go swimming in wooden clogs. Like you can, but those are going to slow you down and it's just going to feel like you have these big weights on your feet. You want to wear flippers if you're going swimming or no shoes at all. What I want to do is rather than us wallowing in, why am I wearing these clogs? It's so hard to swim. Instead, let's get to the other side and let's be re-engineering beliefs you are wearing. So that way you can start to feel alive and focused and determined and devoted and willing and motivated, excited, and just all around fabulous. If you would like help building a dream closet of curated beliefs just for you, if you'd like help slowing down to really figure out what those are so you can stop spinning and pushing yourself forward to find that you're back at square one, I want to invite you to book an Awaken session with me. It's totally free. Do so. You can go to awakensession.com. That's awakensession.com. And the link is also in the show notes. Okay. We're going shopping to the belief store. For those of you that have seen the movie Clueless or have been to Beverly Hills and Rodeo Drive, we are going to the best of the best. It is white. It is beautiful. There is excellent lighting, spacious and clean, air conditioned. Someone comes in, takes our purses, hangs them up where they need to be, and brings us some champs and some raspberries to nibble on. And all around us, instead of beautiful clothes, what are actually hanging are beliefs. I like to think of them as keys that are hanging down on these chic velvet strings. And on each of them, there's a different belief. We get to try them on and we get to see how does this belief make me feel? Who do I want to be when I believe something like that? And you will know that the belief works when it creates an emotion for you. Because right now, what all of us are wearing, you're like, what do you mean believe? So you want to think about, what would I like to believe about myself? Or another way that you can do it. And remember, if you have a black Amex card, honey, with no limit. Let's say you want to be the kind of person that has more money than they know what to do with, right? What would that person need to be thinking about themselves? They would need to be thinking or believing more money comes in than what I spend. And that person would also be believing money is easy for me. Money is not a struggle. And that person would be believing I'm an excellent steward of money. Those are the type of outfits or the beliefs that you want to be wearing. When we think about the beliefs that we're wearing, your brain is not going to be too inclined to change them. Let's say you have this t-shirt and your brain is like, who cares if it has holes? It's so comfortable. Look, air goes through. Your brain is used to wearing these old ratty beliefs. And you have to intentionally get yourself dressed in new beliefs. Unconditional belief in yourself is when you decide, I'm going to wear these beliefs and my old outfits are going to, creep back in, but I'm going to learn from this and I'm going to keep going. That is true active belief. It's just imagine if you're wearing a shoe and it comes untied. You don't just quit, right? You lace it back up, or if a button becomes unbuttoned, or if the strap on your tank top starts to fall up, you pull it back up, right? You start allowing these, other thoughts or beliefs to come in, but you don't actively change what you're wearing or what you're thinking about yourself on purpose. Active believing is taking the bullshit that we think and changing it into a whole different outfit. I would rather be the kind of person who is consistently and habitually changing the beliefs that she's wearing about herself, instead of being the person who whines about, I'm thinking this and this is happening to me and believing all of this. If I don't like the beliefs that I'm wearing, then I can just say, let's change, right? Time for a makeover. Ooh, what else do I have in my closet? What would feel better to wear? Just because my brain throws this on me does not mean that I need to go outside the house with it or run wild with it. I get to do what I want with my brain, my body, and the beliefs that I'm wearing. I feel like that should be a Pinterest pin or something. If any of you guys do Pinterest, want to make that and send it to me, I will love you forever and like you always. Nobody can take the beliefs away from you, pretties. No one. Seriously, don't care what other people say to you. Also, you don't need to tell anyone else what you're wearing, right? Just you don't need to show everyone hey, I'm wearing underwear. Same with your beliefs. Keep them to yourself. And also, the bra that works for one person is not going to be the bra that works for you. Wear whatever you need to wear in terms of beliefs that are going to help equip you for the day and the future that you want to be living. It's actually really fun to figure out what beliefs have I been wearing and how long have I been wearing them, and do they fit? And maybe it's time to retire them. But the thing is that our brain has formed these sort of tethers with them. And I want you to think of each tether that we have with these beliefs as a rope. And what I do with my private coaching clients is I show them the individual tether. I will come up behind them and I'll be like, hey, See how your right arm is being held back? There's a tether right there. I see it and I hand them a scissor and they cut it away. And now that one arm is free. And then I go to the other side and I'm like, see this belief? Here's another one. Like, this is a belief my husband should support me in order to do this. He needs to be on board. He should be on board. And then we look at that tether and we cut that one too. So now my hypothetical client in this case has freedom of both of her arms. It is so liberating, pretties, to unbelieve all of these things that we have been wearing our old selves. And this is something that we get to do each day. I encourage you to think about, here are the things I want to believe about myself. And also ask yourself, here are the beliefs that I'm likely to automatically throw on instead. And these are unintentionally the beliefs and the thoughts that come on autopilot. I'm going to set them aside. And here are the things I'm going to do for myself today instead to really help live into these new beliefs, right? We're not going to go swimming in our wooden clogs, but we are going to maybe wear them with some wide leg jeans and go get ourselves a fancy coffee. You've got to figure out, pretties, how to enjoy the process and making all of these new belief outfits that you're wearing and putting together and seeing what works with what. Fun. If you want some help with finding the fun, I have an entire Pretty podcast episode about that. I will put the link in the show notes. You want to look forward to this. This is exciting and this is motivating. And you know what? Some of it is going to be hard, but you want to be compelled to figure it out. You've got to be curious and interested in this process, pretties. We cannot just wear the bullshit beliefs that we have been wearing. And that has been one of the biggest changes that I've noticed with myself just in the past year, is that I have just started making small changes until I morphed into the CLG that you see and hear today. And I was so determined and devoted to figure out what was it that I needed to believe? What were the thoughts that I needed to be thinking? And to also just be okay with all of the shit-tastic thoughts that I had. Because a lot of my clients will ask, how are you so good at this? How do you know what I'm thinking? And it's well, I've been lifting 1,000-pound weights for most of my life, with my own brain. My brain, it serves me such heinous bullshit all the time. When it comes to helping you, pretties, and other people, I'm it's like lifting 2-pound weights. I can do that with my pinky, right? It's just so easy. And it's important that we keep doing these things over and over. You keep getting dressed. And then you have to really start to just tell yourself it's going to get easier and have that unconditional belief in yourself and understand when the outfit just falls flat or your pants rip or something. We're talking about wearing beliefs and maybe we have an outfit mishap. That is not a reason to quit. What we're doing here when we go shopping at the belief store is we are thinking on purpose in a new way. We're stepping into the truth booth, pretties. We have got to start fucking being adults about this shit. We have to quit being big babies and thinking that our past is the reason why we think the way that we do. And that other people need to change in order for us to change. No. We have to quit thinking that we have to feel really good in order to wear an awesome outfit. No. We are not entitled to be confident in these new outfits. It's going to be awkward as fuck at first, okay? You've been wearing ratty holy sweatpants for the past 30 years. You've got to accept that it's okay to feel some doubt and be oh my God, this is a different look for me. That's okay. It's part of being a human. Your self-doubts come up to protect you. It's not a red light. It's a green light. Okay. Don't use self-doubt to not wear these fabulous new outfits. Our brains have not evolved past, oh my God, there's a wolf that's going to eat my baby. And our brain loves looking for problems. And what happens is that our self-doubt comes up because our brain doesn't have enough to worry about. Honestly, it's modern day champagne problems. Our brain is looking for things to worry about, and it still wants to protect us. It doesn't know that when you're anxious about, oh, my husband said this and he didn't really seem that appreciative, and calling it a bad day, your brain thinks that you're going to die. And so what we want to do with wearing these new beliefs is overriding it and be an adult. It's called being a human. Welcome to the experience. It's wonderful. What I tell my brain is I'm like, I got goals, bitch. This is why we're not wearing the shitty mustard yellow dress with stains and that's super unflattering. Like, pretties, you got to call bullshit on yourself. You got to be like, oh my God, these beliefs are fugly. Let's change them. Seek solutions instead of excuses. Get playfully curious with yourself today, pretties, and just decide, what beliefs am I wearing? Are these beliefs like swimming in clogs? Is this equipping me for the future that I want? And remember, be curious rather than judgmental. I used to be really, really judgy and I thought it was funny and that like, oh, I just have a great sense of humor. The subconscious has zero sense of humor. Honestly, knock that shit off. Okay, I'm serious. And I have a wicked sense of humor when it comes to this. We need to be curious. We need to be compassionate. We need to be like, girl, you look good, right? Like you are working that skirt. You got to wear your beliefs on purpose, pretties, and you got to own the look, right? You don't need to be like, oh, is it weird that I'm wearing overalls? No, you just need to walk in with your head held high and just be like, I'm owning these overalls, right? Like overall, I'm loving my fucking look. You got to quit thinking that just because you've worn these beliefs all your life, that it's even a millimeter of reason to keep doing it. You can't wear Crocs for your whole life. Remember, you get to be selective about all the beliefs available to you. All you need to do is go shopping at the belief store. Now, if you would like to go shopping at the belief store with me, who has a keen eye for beliefs to help you curate your closet, and if you want to put some gas in the fire of creating your own happily ever after, wearing all the best beliefs and having fuck tons of fun along the way, if you're nodding your head yes, listen closely because I might have the solution you've been searching for. My Perfectionism Rewired Accelerator, a 6-week, highly individualized one-on-one coaching experience designed exclusively for perfectionists like you. Your perfectionism is actually your greatest asset, and leveraging it can be hard work or take years of guesswork. That's why in Perfectionism Rewired Accelerator, I give you my key frameworks to taking charge of your Ferrari drive, proven to work even for the most type A, high-strung, stubborn perfectionists. In the first 30 days, you will cut your burnout in half, increase your professional fulfillment by at least 150%, and your self-compassion will go up at least 250%. And that is just your first 30 days. So if you want to save yourself years of trial and error, go to CourtneyLoveGavin.com/accelerator today. Or if you want to take the easy way, just click the link in the show notes to check out the Perfectionism Rewired Accelerator.